Hey guys, Andrew here with another quick clip. This week's quick clip, we're going to be talking all about mixing skin tones, and I'd like to dedicate this clip to Daniel, Jane, and Amit, who hit me up through the YouTube's comment section with some requests on more information for mixing skin tones. So let's get into it. With mixing skin tones, it's best to start off simple. The more complicated we get and the more ingredients we add to our color mixing, the more potential there is for mud. So in this demonstration, I'm going to keep my combinations as clean as possible. Now for my subscribers who subscribe through my website, I'm going to be giving away my entire portrait palette free. And this will give you all of the colors that I'm using anytime I paint a portrait. But here, what I'm going to do is select a few of the colors that are on my palette and just mix some simple combinations, just adding 2 at a time. This is called subtractive color mixing. And when we add white to these mixes, we get some really nice, delicate skin tones. Now for my first combination, I'm going to be using burnt umber and transparent yellow oxide. I begin by adding just a stripe of burnt umber to the left-hand edge and drag this color across. Then from the opposite end, I'm going to take a little bit of transparent yellow oxide and bring this in to meet the burnt umber. As the two blend together, they form a really beautiful subdued earth color. I then take some titanium white and mix a little stripe below these two colors, and as I do so, it desaturates but also lifts the tone and begins to reveal some really delicate skin tones. So again, this is burnt umber, transparent yellow oxide, and titanium white. Well, how about another combination? Let's take burnt sienna and aerolide yellow. These two mix together to form a really hot, earthy orange. As I mix some white into this, it desaturates and raises the tone yet again, but forms a slightly different variation on a skin tone. A really beautiful color that I use quite commonly through painting portraits. Sometimes we need a little bit of heat coming out of our portrait, and in particular with shadows around the eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. For this, again, I'm starting with burnt umber, and I'm going to mix this across with a little bit of quinacridone magenta. Again, as I add white and lift the tone and desaturate, this begins to reveal more skin tones, and I have slightly pinker notes that will really add life and vibrancy to the portrait. Now let's simplify it even further, and for this next demo, I'm only going to use 4 tubes of Langridge handmade oils. The first tube is going to be titanium white, then yellow oxide, burnt sienna, and burnt umber. These are all earth tones, with the exception of white, of course, and it's going to form some really beautifully delicate skin tones. Again, I'm trying to simplify this as much as possible because the fewer combinations that I can come up with, the cleaner the color. So let's get into this one. On a clean sheet of linen, I'm going to draw 9 squares, and I'm going to work my way from the top left-hand corner across to the right. As I move in this direction, I'm going to be adding a little more yellow oxide to the mix. Of course, the top left-hand corner is going to be my lightest value, and it's going to be an even mix between yellow oxide and burnt sienna. Now, as I move from the top left all the way down to the bottom left, I'm going to be adding a little bit more burnt sienna to the mix. So again, as I move from the top left across to the top right, I'm adding more yellow, and from the top left to the bottom left, I'm adding more burnt sienna. Then across on the diagonal, I'm going to be moving slowly towards burnt umber. With these simple color combinations, you should be able to see that we can actually take in a wide range of ethnicities as well. And I've used these as the basis for my portrait painting palette and works that I've painted in the past. So there you have it, guys. That's how you mix some really simple skin tones. And again, here I've only used 4 colors: titanium white, yellow oxide, burnt sienna, and burnt umber. I hope this helps you with mixing some skin tones in your own studio. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you want to come back for more, make sure you're subscribed. And as always, you can find me on Instagram or Facebook. Now, if you're subscribed through my website, in relation to this quick clip, I'm going to be giving away some bonus content, all about mixing cool skin tones, as well as my full portrait painting palette. And as a subscriber through my website at www.andrewtischler.com, you're going to be the first to know about my upcoming portrait painting DVD. In this, I'm going into a heck of a lot of information about the portrait painting process. We're going to go all the way through block-in, to modeling, to fine detail. It's going to be jam-packed with all sorts of info for you. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.